My name is Daniel Miller. I'm your servant host, and this is the Biblical Anatomy Podcast. Welcome to Biblical Anatomy. My name is Daniel Miller, owner and founder of Biblical Anatomy Academy. You're here because you want to know how to build muscle fast. Perhaps you even want to know how to build muscle if you're a skinny guy. Well, I've been a skinny guy my whole life. I was 115 pounds when I graduated high school. I worked all the way up to 240 pounds. Good news, it's easy. The process is easy, and I do not speak that out of 1 ounce of arrogance. It's a long process, I will tell you that. I will never give advice on shortcuts. I will never give advice on what drugs you can take to speed up the process. It would be an unfulfilling process in the end had you done that, or if you elect to do that. I would not feel the way I do about the muscle growth I have sustained over 20 years if I had taken a shortcut along the way. It wasn't always fun. It wasn't always at the speed that I wanted it to. And plateau after plateau, my frustration increased. But you know what else increased? My muscle mass. The key was understanding how my body worked. The key was having faith in the process. If you're just starting out, the answer is the easiest it could possibly be. Are you ready? Do something. We have a saying in exercise science: everything works, nothing works forever. When I first started bodybuilding at 115 pounds, I thought push-ups might be a good idea. I thought sit-ups might be a good idea. And then I blew my mind by thinking that pull-ups might be a good idea. Even at this point, I wanted to build muscle fast at home because I was too scared to go to the gym. What would people think of me with my 12-inch arms? I was immersed in fear. When I finally gathered the confidence to go to the gym, I hid behind equipment. I tried to find the biggest guy in the gym and see what they were doing, but do so without him seeing that I was spying on him and his exercise regiment. Years later, as I became the big guy, I would have loved to have the little guy come up to me and ask me for my notes. I would have shared them willingly. In fact, I had a friend years later who came to my house and asked if he could take my journal that I used for weightlifting, go photocopy it, and bring it back. I said, sure, absolutely. I said, it's a bit personal. I write 3 things that I'm grateful for at the beginning of every workout. So your photocopies are going to have not only my sets and reps and percentages and all that, but it's going to have 3 things that I'm grateful for in that day. It's really more of a diary or a journal than it is a workout log. But sure, if it'll help you, here you go. Even today, if you want that information, there you go. And it'll work. It'll work wonders for you because you've never done it before. But there will become a time where you hit a plateau because everything works, but nothing works forever. So what are you going to do in that plateau? Well, maybe you come back for another podcast. Maybe you reach out for assistance when the basic stuff doesn't work anymore. I'd certainly hope that you do, but I can give you the answer now if you'd like. And let's do something else. But don't reinvent the wheel. Don't change your sets, your reps, your rest time, your percentage, your exercise modality, the environment. Don't change every variable that there could be and wonder what worked. Change one thing. And if you don't get the results that you want, change two things. It's not too dissimilar to diet. People that are the most successful with diet are boring. They do the same thing over and over again. And when they change something in their diet and it causes a problem, they know exactly what the problem is. Is it that hard to believe? So if 1 month you decide to include military press and you develop bicep tendinosis in your shoulder at the proximal attachment of the biceps brachii to the shoulder, and that's the only thing that's changed, you fairly well know what the problem is. But if you go from bench press to incline bench press, and you go from dumbbell flies at 3 sets of 10 to 5 sets of 10, and you go from back squat to front squat from 3 sets of 10 to 5 sets of 5, and go on and on and on and on and on, you don't know what caused the problem because you haven't provided opportunity for adaptation. And you may say, how could front squats or back squats even fit into that example? How could they cause you shoulder issues? When was the last time you got under a bar and did back squat or front squat? The more your pecs are built, as most young men figure out quickly because their two favorite exercises are bicep curls and bench press, so their shoulders come inward like this, and then you try and stretch that out into a back squat position, you can easily mess up your shoulder, cause inflammation. For me, I use the reference of biceps tendinosis, specifically biceps brachii, not biceps femoris, because I've experienced it. And I, like you, was a 20-year-old man at one point in my life. And I did bench press, and I did barbell curls. And they were wonderful, and I still enjoy them to this day. But I've since learned that I need to incorporate some back activity as well so that I am well balanced at the shoulder, the glenohumeral joint. In future podcasts, I will go further in depth in a multitude of questions that are worth answering. But what I'm finding in my business is that when I speak to someone that is passionate about business, who has 20 years more experience in business, as I do in weightlifting, they get so excited that they start giving me advice that's applicable in year 4, year 9, year 15, year 20. And right now, you want to know how to build muscle fast. So go do something. Go try something. At this point, it doesn't matter if you choose 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 5. It doesn't matter if you get on the pec deck machine, or if you do dumbbell flies, or you do decline bench. Do at least one exercise for every muscle group and keep your reps, your sets, and importantly, your rest period the same for everything. And call me when that doesn't work anymore. And I will tell you, change a variable. And when that doesn't work anymore, change a variable. And you may even be able to delay calling me for a decade if you just do that. Why am I confident in saying that? Because I've done it. And I know the experience isn't just that. The experience is going to the gym and seeing somebody doing something you've never seen before. And you'll ask questions and you'll research things. And so you're going to learn more than just the simplicity that I've taught you today. You're going to learn how to build muscle consistently with people that are 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, or more ahead of you. Likely, I'm many steps ahead of you. And that's okay. I love you, and I want to help you through this process. It is my life's ambition to help you with this process. It is God's calling on my life to help you with this process. My master's degree, my doctoral degree, if I die tomorrow, the information dies with me. So I am here to record this video for your benefit so that my information, provided I die tomorrow, is recorded and available for you for years to come. If you'd like to share your experience with me, I'd be honored. And I'd love to hear about your progress over time. Do, if you can, de-emphasize speed. Try not to ask the question on how to build muscle fast, but think about building quality muscle over time. Nothing worth having comes quickly. People who often seek quick results fade off into the night as fast as they came in. Your experience in the gym will show that over and over again. You will not see the same people lined up at the bench press on Mondays, International Chest Day. Over the years, people will come and go, but you will remain consistent. And when you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s and even beyond, you will be proud of the physique that you're built. Looking at it now, you may believe this to be an impossibility. Let me share with you Ezekiel 37:6. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will cause flesh to come upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live. And you shall know that I am the Lord. My friend, my brother, nothing is impossible through God. You can't explain through science how someone who's 115 pounds over the course of 20 years becomes 240 pounds. You add steroids to that equation and you still have a difficult time explaining that. Most of us can't have one train of thought for longer than about 9 seconds. It's estimated that our average attention span has dropped to 8 seconds, which, just so you know, is actually less than a goldfish. Let alone having a consistent goal for 20 years. Let alone actually accomplishing that goal. Now, I'm not sure what your calling in life is, but I hope you choose to honor God with your body, as commanded throughout the Bible, specifically 1 Corinthians 6, verses 19 and 20. And I hope that you help others along the way. Selfishly, I hope that I get to meet you one day. But if I don't, God bless you. I love you. And until next time, take care. We want to sincerely thank you for listening to today's episode and conclude properly with the Lord's Prayer. Pray then like this: Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Brother, thank you for listening to today's episode. We hope that this show is bringing you joy, it's bringing you peace, it's increasing your proximity to God, and it's helping you add on serious muscle mass. That's what God's provided us the gift to do. It's to understand how the human body works, to put as much muscle on it as possible, which we understand is a unique challenge not present to everyone, but it's a challenge that's present to you and I. And so we hope that today's episode and all episodes are encouraging you and helping you in that endeavor. Now, if you're like me and you're listening to this part of the episode, you probably are the type that has to listen to the entire episode or it doesn't count. Or maybe you're just stuck in traffic and you can't turn the podcast episode off at this point in time. Or maybe you are like me and when you read a book, you have to read the entire book, including the copyright information. I know, it's a silly endeavor, but we are the way that we are, and God made us perfectly. We are the only creation of His that is made in His image. And with that in mind, I'd like to encourage you further and provide you a couple resources that will be of immense benefit for you. The first is a 1 repetition maximum calculator. This calculator is made through a spreadsheet, and it's laid out very well for you to estimate how strong that you have got over a specific period of time. There is a video on this landing page as well that'll instruct you how to use it, but if you need further instruction, please go to our homepage at biblicalanatomyacademy.com and schedule a coffee session with me where we can talk about the 1 repetition maximum calculator. To get the 1 repetition maximum calculator, you'll want to go to biblicalanatomyacademy.com/1RM. You'll enter in your name and email, and you'll get access immediately to the spreadsheet that we have created. Also of value would be a template to get you started as you begin to design new programs to break through plateaus as we instruct. This program that we have, this template, utilizes all the percentages that we preach and we believe is the best tool for you to break through those plateaus. You can access it at biblicalanatomyacademy.com/template. You enter your name and email and you'll get an immediate download for the spreadsheet that we have created that allows you to put any of your exercises in, any of those 1 repetition maximums in, and use the document for success long term. Again, if you need assistance with either of those spreadsheets, the 1 repetition maximum calculator or the template we have created at Biblical Anatomy Academy, please go to our homepage at biblicalanatomyacademy.com, scroll down, and click the green button for coffee, and we'd be happy to meet with you over a cup of coffee, or water, or pre-workout, or a protein shake, whatever suits you best, so we can instruct you moving forward in life, in fitness, and in love. We thank you for being here. We thank you for listening all the way to the conclusion. We hope that you listen to a further episode and enjoy, and we hope to have future correspondence with you. God bless, and we love you.